Creighton and Clemson probably look a lot like what you're going to see in the Big Ten for most of the season. It's gotten out of hand kind of quick in these games. What does this group have to do to be able to compete?
Well, we got to manage the game better, you know, and we didn't manage the game in either of those games. Now we got to rebound. In both of those games you referred to, we got kicked pretty good on the glass, and it's hard to win when you're getting out rebounded by 10 or more. But we can improve that. There's things I can do in terms of subbing and how I sub and who I play, and I think we'll be better at that. But what you have to do is manage the game to a point where it doesn't start to get away from you. You have longer possessions. You know, you maybe run a set or two when we were running a little bit more motion. You know, you go to your guys and not an equal opportunity offense. We had too many guys shooting the ball that should have been shooting the ball in that stretch, quite frankly. You know, and that's not their fault. It's my fault. So I'll get that straightened out and addressed. But you know, it's a fine line, because you don't want a guy to think that you don't ever want him to shoot the ball, because then he's never going to make a shot. You know? So you have to get them to understand at that point in time we need certain people shooting the ball, but at the same time we're going to need those other guys to make shots down the road. So you know, I didn't go after anybody when I thought they were maybe ill-advised shots, not in terms of not being open, but the person shooting it at that particular time.
How much longer can you be patient with May? I mean, you tried to boost his confidence in a million different ways, and it just hasn't seemed.
You know what, Scott? The hard thing for me with him is, you know, I think any coach, I watched him from the end of last year until now, and we all know where we're at. We're at a point where he's really struggling. Okay, he's a great kid. He worked so hard in the spring, so hard in the summer, so hard in the fall. He was our most consistent player from Labor Day until the first game we played. Every day, his numbers, he was 30 over assist turnovers. He was shooting almost 60% from three. He was rebounding better. So, you know, I wanted to reward that and stick with him, because I've seen it, and we need that from him. But at the same time, he may benefit from pressure off him as a starter, and I'll bring him off the bench. You come in, you get a chance to watch it, affect the game maybe with his athleticism defensively. He could maybe be a better rebounder and a better defender. So, you know, he's a guy that we can't lose. We need him contributing. And the last couple of games, he hasn't done that. Now, by the same token, he's struggled. I've taken him out, and I haven't put him back in as much. So, you know, we'll talk to him. You know, we'll break the film down. We'll go through it with each and every player, and we'll stay positive with him.
Does the rebounding just come down to effort?
Well, I think at some level it comes down to effort. It comes down to positioning. It comes down to, you know, understanding where's the shot taken from. Is it a long shot? You know, we're getting pushed under on the weak side more than we should be. No question about that. We're not getting rebounding from our three spot. That's disappointing. We need our three. Their three-man got 14 rebounds. We had 13 defensive rebounds. That's their three-man. So we're not getting that from our three spot. It's not just Eric. It's whoever's at that spot. You know, it's almost like we're playing three guards and expecting our post to do all the rebounding. So, you know, that's another area that we've got to think about and address in terms of trying to become a better rebounding team.
You mentioned Gates and Cartwright being great, especially in the second half. Would you like to see them be more physical when they take it to the rim?
You know, I think they're both pretty physical taking it to the rim. I mean, you know, I think Matt was really looking, because the way they were guarding him, they were staying home on him, which he sees a lot. You know, they were holding him on screens, so he was curling and putting it on the deck and driving to the basket. He got to the free throw line some. I mean, Cartwright got it to point blank range, and he couldn't get it in. I felt bad for him. He got caught in between a couple of times, but we wanted him at the start of the second half to attack the basket, and he did that. We just didn't get as much payback from it as we thought.